I was wearing a t-shirt at a youth event that I was leading. And the girls up front are like, oh my God.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Oh my God. I'm like, what?
No.
Stop staring at my chest. Worship God. Give him glory.
Yeah, well,
right?
Stare at my chest. That's a thing. We have to deal with that.
Being in worship ministry, I've seen a lot. I've had some fails and some really cool wins, but all of that has led me to this. It's now my turn to share my journey and remind others you're not alone. Welcome to the Worship Afterisms Podcast, where we discuss our worship fails and our faith wins while helping you find your key one afterism at a time.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Worship Afterisms Podcast. I am so excited about this woman I have on my couch today. I'm not going to waste too much time, but have you ever had a moment where someone is saying and they like snatched you out of your whole body? Yep, it's this one right here. Yep. It's her right here on this couch. The first time we actually met, we were helping lead worship at a church out in Raytown, and she sang this song, So Will I. And she came in very unassuming with this baseball cap. If I'm right, was it a 42 cap?
40. I think it
42.
was just like a Royals
Just
ball.
a regular Royals ball cap. She had on this outfit that was very unassuming, and everybody was just kind of like, what's she about to do? And she opened up her mouth and sang So Will I, and all of us just died. We died, and we came back, and we worshiped God like we never did before, okay? But without further ado, I'd like to introduce Joliet4.
Hi, you guys. Thank you so much for having me. You're amazing, and I remember that same day just being slain by you. So thank you. I'm honored for being here, and yeah.
Absolutely. Well, let's jump in.
Okay.
Not many people know your journey, but I'm going to let you share with us what it is. Some would know, and some wouldn't know that you moved from worship to Twitch to your own independent artistry. But tell us, who is Joliet4 and what is your worship story?
Sure. I grew up in the church, like many worship leaders, I guess. And my dad was a songwriter. We grew up in Nashville. He wrote music for Christian artists in the CCM world.
Nice.
And we went to like Christ Church and Belmont Baptist, and he transitioned from being a songwriter into being a worship leader, and then that lit a fire in me and my brothers. Okay. I have two brothers. And yeah, I think that's always something that we wanted to do, was just to follow in his footsteps and to take everything that he taught us and, serve the Lord in that realm. Yeah. But I did that for a long time. I did that for 8 to 10 years. Okay. My brother and I actually had a band together with his like buddies from college, and we did Disciple Now weekends and youth retreats, family retreats at churches and stuff, and it was really fun. It was really hard work. Yeah. My husband and I had a daughter, and I went through some massive postpartum depression. Okay. I really, just that shift from like being sort of this boss lady, like this is my purpose in life, to keeping my daughter alive. It's very humbling. Yes. Any first time parent would tell you. And I don't know, I think I just had a real identity meltdown. Okay. The creative brain, I think, does a lot of very unnecessary things.
Unnecessary thinking,
and so it's beautiful when you're creating things that are beautiful, but also like you can really tell, you can really see things. You can start telling yourself things that just are outlandish.
Yes, absolutely.
For the first time in my life, I understood a desire for unaliving, basically. Okay. And I now understand that perspective. And I went to a psychiatrist for the first time, and so it's one of those things that in the church world, this should be solved with your small group, or
Yeah.
you should just read your Bible more. And I did.
Yeah.
I woke up at 4 a.m. and I clung to Jesus every day. And I felt him telling me that this chapter in my life, the boss lady leading worship was over. Mm. And I did not know how to process that.
Yeah.
And it broke me completely. Like I had to rewrite my entire sense of self-worth. And find what it meant to just be somebody new.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't really remember a whole lot other than like hating everything and dragging my husband through, I'm sure, an absolute nightmare, and enjoying the heck out of my baby girl. She was really fun and remains really fun. So that was like 7 years ago or something like that.
Okay.
And at that time, I didn't really understand what he meant. Like, what do you mean this chapter? I actually saw, like I said, your creative brain.
Yeah.
I actually saw like a vision of, I was lying on the floor in my daughter's bedroom, and she had a crib.
Okay.
And she was really sick and she wasn't breathing super great. But she was trying to sleep in her crib, and I would just lay on the floor. I slept on the floor next to her crib for 9 months because I couldn't understand. Yep, that's me. I'm your classic, I guess, hover mom or whatever. But I was worried about her. So anyway, she of course got better, but I was praying that God would relieve her. And I just saw this picture of a white fortress kind of crumbling, and I felt it in that moment. I can't go back.
Yeah.
To being a worship leader.
Yeah.
What? So, of course, the first thing I did was went through depression, and my mom noticed, and we were living in Texas at the time, and my mom came and like moved in with us for like 4 months, and she was like, "You need to find a church. What are you doing?" It's a really weird circumstance. Like, we weren't near a family. I had no friends. My husband had just got a new job, so he didn't have any paternity leave. I was very isolated.
Yeah.
So anyway, we went and visited a few places. I found this incredible church, and immediately fell back in love and auditioned.
Okay.
Even though God was like, don't do this. Yeah. So, but I didn't know if that was just my brain being my brain, or, how do you know it's actually the Lord? And I've never questioned this before, ever. Yeah. I just see it, and I'm like, I'm assuming that you're guiding me over here. And it's never stirred me wrong. Yeah. But here, I don't know. That was a really strange, like, doubtful, like, moment and time for me. Anyways, it's a very long story.
No, you're good.
But yeah, we walked into this church, I auditioned, and the worship pastor, he really could read the room. Yeah, he really knew what was going on, and I explained it to him, and he was, his name's John Ravenel, and he's phenomenal. But I will never forget the mentorship that he and his wife Maggie gave me through this time, and it basically very gently loved me and put me on stage, but no solos. Yeah. Put me on stage, but no, like there was this one weekend where he's like, I auditioned, he's like, look, you're probably the most experienced person. I haven't had a break and taken an anniversary trip with my wife for like 5 years or however long it was at that time for them to have built this church up. Do you mind leading worship that weekend? And so I agreed to that, and then realized, like that went kind of horribly bad. Yeah. As far as what I felt in my spirit, and anyway, I don't want to get too far into the weirdness there, but yeah. So then I took a step back again and just went right back into singing background music and like trying to figure out who I am now. Like, what is this? And during that time, I found a friend of mine introduced me to Smule, which is a karaoke app on your phone. And he's like, hey, just, I know you're from a worship world, but like, just have fun, So I got on there and sang Issues by Julia Michaels with him as a duet in my closet. Yeah. It was really fun. And I was like, I forgot what it's like to just sing for me, to just sing for fun, to enjoy the gift that God gave me. And really like sort of harvest passion out of that. Just having a good time. That was who I am.
Yeah.
And I realized, when you work in the church, you really wear a lot of suits, and you can even say masks sometimes to protect your job, maybe, or to protect the people from you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's really tough.
That would.
It's really tough to like remember what you are underneath all that. It's sort of like a, not body dysmorphia, but like spirit dysmorphia, I guess. Where you look in the mirror and you're like, I don't know who I am. And I felt like that. Yeah. So I really had to kind of build myself back up. So I did it with songs that I didn't have a limiter on my voice, in church music. And it's no one's fault necessarily, but I definitely got the impression growing up that you can't be too showy.
Okay. Yes.
You can't do too many. This is thankfully dying. This is dying off now.
Yeah, it is dying off now. Yeah.
In worship music now. It makes me so happy because people are going off, and I love it. Because look, God gave you that ability. Yeah. Do you think He's sitting in heaven going, "Why aren't you shredding that right now?" You're just playing it safe, so that Barbara in the third row isn't upset at you. But I made you to shred right now. You know what I'm saying? Part. So you really have to stay focused on like what God, you are ministering to the Lord first.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so that was something I had to kind of relearn. Where is my voice? What do I actually sound like underneath this kind of, I don't want to say plastic, but this sort of like
worship
mild-mannered. Yeah. What I'm going to sing is accessible to all of you, and you don't have to do runs because I'm not going to do that. You can just sing along, and it's very easy. Here we go. When people are at,
I feel that
Whitney Houston concerts without any problem singing along, and they cannot do what she did.
Yeah, well.
Hello.
Hello. And they still enjoy themselves. So many people go to Beyonce, and they just have the best time. Yeah. They don't have to sound like her. So why do we do that to worship leaders? You know how many times I've gotten in trouble
for just being free in
worship?
Yeah, I can imagine. It's like someone else's idea of setting a tone, creating an atmosphere, and they want everyone to just get out of the way. And it's hard to you have to a really strong worship team trusts each other.
Yes.
And if you don't have that, if you can't trust your singers and give them the boundaries that work, then it's really difficult to pass that along and just let the Holy Spirit flow. And usually churches don't have a time limit for us to just flow.
No, they don't.
So
get up there and get out the way.
Yes. Yeah. Right, exactly. So, and that's, I think they all have good intentions.
Yeah.
But where does that leave us, and how does that leave us looking at our identity and looking at our self-worth? And I felt like I had lifted a heavy weight off of me when I started singing on a karaoke app on Smule, Yeah. And then, so Twitch is a website where people can just turn their cameras on and broadcast themselves doing whatever they want. Okay. And most people are playing video games. Yeah. So you go and you watch somebody else play a video game.
Yeah.
This is great if you don't have time for video games or the patience for video games like me. Yeah. But you can also sing, you can also paint or dance or just walk around in the real world IRL. You can do podcasts like this. It's very fun. Nice. So there's a music community there, and I got plugged in with them. And people were singing duets together, just like they were on Smule. And then I eventually started writing songs, like new songs. I've been writing songs the entire time through my depression. Nobody would hear them because God told me to stop. And they were in my piano bench or whatever. And then I started playing them on Twitch, and people started showing up, and they seemed to really like it, and they started to donate and invest in the full production of them. Nice. And that's how I was able to fund an album. What is happening? My life is crazy. But they're love songs. They're not, they're not, they're not they're not worship songs. Yeah. And the people that I was encountering are just beautiful creatures that have, a lot of them really feel hurt by the church.
Yeah.
And I prepared for one of your answers, so I'll leave it there. But that's my worship story. Yes. I now we met at Graceway. That was one of those situations where I was moved back from Texas, where I felt like a solid no, you're not supposed to be doing this. And our worship pastor Brandon reached out and he was like, I can see what's going on here. And so tell me, and so I came in and I was like, look, I feel like God told me not to do this, so it's on you. Yeah. I'm going to step up there because I love this, but it's on you.
But that's on you.
And it felt so weird. It felt so weird the whole time. I felt like I was walking in a shadow version of myself. I knew what to do. Yeah. I knew how to sing and how to walk around the stage if that was, or how to praise, how to lift my hands, but it didn't feel authentic. I was like, I can't find what I'm supposed to do with myself anymore. I know what I did, but now it feels performative. Like I'm doing it because that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. So I had a really hard time, but people like you and Seiko and the beautiful team there really helped kind of get my stuff back together. And then my brother, who I've been avoiding. Yeah. He is a worship leader at a church here in town, and I'm like, no, stop asking, no. But he had me fill in a few times, and I was like, okay, this feels like home. I know what my brother's gonna do when he leads worship. He is like my left hand. Like, we used to be in a band together. We have similar styles when we sing, so it just kind of became, I don't know. I think everyone on my brother's worship team is there for him. He's always been this person that kind of collects stray people. And it doesn't matter what you're going through. Like, it just felt really safe and really. So I transitioned over there, and also it paid money. So.
Because again, we've talked about this on other podcasts. It doesn't always pay you.
Yeah. So that was helpful, and a good reason to prioritize.
Yeah. I love that. I mean, I think I love that you hit on a couple points. But the biggest thing is like the losing yourself in worship. Like losing behind all the things that we do, and sometimes you even get lost because you're trying to protect others, like you said, from yourself and then what's going on inside of you. But you realize that and know that you have a job to minister to people, and also realizing that worship is not for you, it's for God, and most times you're leading a congregation, right? But then finding freedom again through singing outside of that. Some people are like, but how is that? And like, why is that when worship should be the freest place?
What shouldn't it?
Shouldn't it? But those who are like in it end up finding themselves sometimes like held hostage, like by it, and you lose yourself. And I think that's so funny because I have stepped off platform, not necessarily because God said my season's over, but because of that reason.
Right.
Like it was starting to lose me. Like, what?
It's like a weird relationship where you lose your autonomy almost. Yeah. And you're supposed, like, come as you are. Like, there's so many reasons to really focus on you. Yeah. You have to love yourself before you can love your neighbor.
That's true.
Love your neighbor as you love yourself. So you have to love yourself. That's what you're saying. And so many people don't check in with themselves. They don't get therapy. They don't. It's all service. It's all not my flesh, And I guess, but we got to walk around this body on this earth. Like, please keep yourself healthy. And mentally, physically. Like, we need to. If you really want to be useful to the kingdom, you've got to take care of yourself. That one. Yeah.
You definitely have to. Our old worship leader, Brandon. Used to always quote the in spirit and truth scripture. And the truth is like the things that have to be done.
Okay.
Like, and then even our flesh, like we have to take care, worship him with this,
yes,
right? And also in spirit,
yes,
right? So
right.
there's a combination of both.
Mm-hmm.
You need that. You need the knowledge. You need the making sure you're taking care of yourself. So I think it is important to also take care of your mental well-being as well as your spiritual well-being.
Absolutely.
But sometimes that doesn't mean that you cover it up with the Bible and prayer. That means you need a counselor.
You need a counselor. You can't walk in there alone. Your brain is weird. We already covered this. Yeah, it's crazy in there.
So I want to move on to another question with you. Now that you've moved, you're kind of back and forth between the entertainment world and worship now. Mm-hmm. How do you balance the two things?
What pays you more? Okay. So listen, it costs money to live in this world. But seriously, it's tough. I think you just, I went on Twitch and I built this persona. My Joliet4 is my artist name. I don't use my birth name because of stalkers. Listen, it's hard to be a girl on the internet.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, anyway, so I write all these songs and I release them under this pseudonym. But it is weird also to lead worship and tell people, because that's my real name at church. So I don't know. It's a strange. It's hard to keep it. Yeah. That way. But balance is read the room. What situation are you in? Are you at church? What's your purpose there? Yeah. Are we serving the room? Are we serving the Lord? Yeah. What is your job? Are we at a wedding? Making that bag, you know? So what's your job there? You're serving the bride and the people attending and the song, you know? So, I have to do Fergalicious sometimes. Yeah. And so therefore I serve the song. Yeah. And I get paid. And then, beyond that, if it's my own personal music, what story do you want to tell? What's this room? Who are you trying to help walk through what you went through? Yeah. Or is it just for therapy? Sometimes I write songs just to process what happened or what I'm going through or an idea that I had one day. It's not necessarily because I have a job, and then if someone likes it, cool. But I just try to make sure I like it first. And then when I release it, I hope it connects with somebody. Yeah. Because honestly, music is such a perfect connector, whether it's worship or love songs or background stuff. I play a lot of bars in the corner, 3 hours at a time, these, it's just a nice lubricant and it's a nice conduit for a lot of different things. So I balance it by, look, you got to pay your bills. So sorry, but I want to encourage worship leaders to, try to make money if you can. Take care of yourself and your family. Feed yourself, your family. And then after that, what is the actual room? What's the job?
Hey, what's up, guys? This is your host, Chris August of the Worship Afterisms Podcast. Hey, I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you so much for being a supporter of our community and watching this month's episode. If you're looking for other ways to help support our community, check out our merch shop where you'll find t-shirts and hoodies and hats with our official logo on it. If you're wanting to be a part of the crew, you'll find other gear that has our Post Worshipers Crew logo on it. Get that and show your swag and your support for us. Everything that you purchase through that shop is a donation that helps support this keep going. If you made it this far, don't forget to slam that subscribe button, like and comment and share with your friends. Please feel free to comment under each one of our videos and tell us how we are helping you. Until next time, let's jump back into this episode. Talk to you later.
Do that the best that you can. Honor the Lord in the process, and then as far as mentally balancing it, I don't have any problem anymore.
Really?
I used to. So I was telling you, I was doing the Joliet4 music stuff, and then I was getting on stage at Graceway, and I was I feel like a shadow version of myself. This is weird. And I don't know what happened, but when that got easier as I got to know you guys, and it became a community and a room of trust. Yes. But then when I got into my brother's church, in his cute little community of trust, I just realized none of this is not two different people. No. And that's something Brandon used to harp on. Yeah. You are the same person. You are not split down the center. You are both a worshiper and, you live in this world. You have your experiences and you write your songs about them. And they're not always pretty songs.
Yeah.
The church gets upset at that. If I write a song that has sexual themes, look, I was in that moment and it existed. And I wrote a song about it that's going to last, I'm sorry, for hopefully a long time and makes me some money. But like, I'm just walking through my life. Like, this doesn't represent me every moment of my life. It represents a moment in time. And I don't think God wants us to shy away from humanity and being, like, what room does he have if there isn't, his power is made perfect in our weakness, right?
Yeah.
Like, where is there space for him if you're already just...
Perfect.
So why we have to talk about it. We have to tell our stories. So hard to confess. Just write a song about it. And it doesn't need to resolve. I think that's another thing. Like, just if I'm living in a season like this, then that's where I'm at. And I want you to know that I still love Jesus and I can still get on stage if I'm needed, and I can still worship.
Yeah.
Leading is weird. I try not to think of it that way anymore. Like, oh, that person's not engaged, I need to really connect with them, or my job is to, make this atmosphere exactly this or that. Yeah. I don't even care anymore. I just want to sing. And if thankfully I'm not the leader. Yeah. And so if Joel needs me to tone it down, he's going to tell me. Joel is my brother. He's going to tell me. But it feels like family now. It doesn't feel like I'm going to be judged. I think it can't be overstated that your worship team needs to have emotional safety.
Yes.
You can't be in a situation where your stuff is being held over your head if you make a mistake or you break a rule. I know that leaders worry about that, but hey, let's try it though. Let's try having people who make mistakes on stage.
Oh my God.
I think we'll find
can't do that.
That it's way more relatable to people.
Yes, yeah.
And people will be much more apt to being vulnerable with the Lord if they feel it's safe to be so. Yeah. So, I don't know.
No, I love that because vulnerability on stage and vulnerability with your team and being able to trust the community that you're in to share things is such a big deal. Yeah. Especially being someone who's experienced church hurt in places in which you cannot be vulnerable and everything is like snatched from you. And it's just like, is that really showing the heart of God? And is that what he would do? No. And it's not at all. Yeah. And
you have a safe emotional relationship with the Lord. You should be able to talk to him and explain and talk and be yourself without fear of
that's
ostracized. Facts. And why isn't the church like that?
That's facts. So. There's a lot of things that we should not receive grace for, but we do often. Yeah. And why isn't the church like that? I don't know. It's that mask. Maybe it's that mask we're trying to keep.
Oh, well, no, it's the bottom line.
Yeah, well.
Sorry, but it's the same as capitalist America. We have people with all that are helping fund this.
Well.
This train.
Well.
I think money drives a lot of it. I think fear does too. And I think people in positions of power don't want to be vulnerable themselves.
Yeah.
Or have an experience. It's like, you don't know the grace of Jesus? I don't know. I think invaluable lessons can be learned when you can receive that grace from another human being.
Yeah.
Who holds your job in a chokehold.
I would say even fear more than money, to be honest.
Maybe so.
There's a lot of people who are afraid, I guess maybe that they won't look a certain way.
Yes, like of this nice suit that you're wearing.
Yeah.
That you've pressed and spent so much time decorating. And if you step outside of that, then people's expectations of you are changed.
Yeah.
Like, good job, Carl.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
They need to.
Yeah, let it die. That's the flesh.
Yeah.
Crucify it. Sorry.
Y'all heard it. Definitely crucify it. let's talk about something funny.
Okay.
What is the funniest or the craziest moment you've had in worship?
Okay, craziest. I don't know so much as like electricity going out, stuff like that's kind of fun, right?
Yeah.
But like having my fly unzipped. I don't know how many of us can really like toilet paper on my shoe. I farted during a really quiet moment once.
That is great.
You really need to be in a safe place.
Yes, you do.
Yes. It's the wrong kind of spirit. Okay. That sort of thing happens a lot. Yeah, I think that's pretty much
those moments.
What about you?
Yeah. Dark, definitely having to sing in the dark.
Yeah.
We did that at Graceway a couple times, which was interesting. God still showed up.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, fly unzip, not knowing that it was unzipped the whole time you're leading, and you're like, what? Oh. I'm about to embarrass myself just a little bit. I was leading worship once, and I think... So, I have my nipples pierced.
Okay.
And I think the most embarrassing moment once was I was wearing a t-shirt at a youth event that I was leading. And the girls up front are like, oh my God.
Yeah, absolutely none.
Oh my God. And it's like, I'm like, what?
No.
Stop staring at my chest. Worship God. Give him glory.
Yeah, well.
Right?
Stare at my chest. That's a thing. We have to deal with that. Like, I developed this look when I first started worship leading that was like collared shirts and very kind of bigger because you can't just bounce around because men might stumble. You can't control their thoughts.
They will fall.
And you are responsible with your voluptuous body for their sin. You know? Awful. So, garbage. Yeah, that was terrible. But I really like that look now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we all developed like a worship look for being appropriate.
Trying to be appropriate in some way or another.
And people not pointing at your nipples when they're supposed to have their hands lifted, you know? It's crazy.
I love that so much. Yes.
It was crazy. It's so crazy.
So you can have your nipples pierced and love the Lord.
Hello. You can. I'm a witness.
That's amazing.
What is your worship afterism?
I wish that I knew going in how lonely church work is and isolating from the world. You live in a bubble. And it's this small, it's this machine, well, depending on your church size, I guess, but it's this machine that can really chew you up and spit you out. And there's no HR really, you know? It's no one's looking out for you. You're just expected to, in a lot of situations, to give. And it's for the, these eternal treasures only. And sorry, we can't pay you very much. At least you're doing what God wants, and you can burn the heck out.
You definitely can burn out.
So I love the new kind of cultures that are kind of coming up now. Having been late 90s, 2000s, like worship leader, that is newish. Having a culture where you need to take a break, you need to have a sabbatical, that's so important. I don't think enough people do that. So I wish I knew going in how much I wish I knew I need to take a break. I wish I hadn't let go of myself, of my sense of what do I like? I don't know. And I didn't for a long time. Thanks, Fergalicious songs, for helping me rediscover, I don't know. Like, you really lose yourself, your identity.
You definitely do.
And, and getting chewed up in the machine. I wish I'd known that. I wish I had known, that all of my friends would be Christians. And that I would never, if you're working in that world, you're going to get do you know how weird worship looks to people who aren't churched? Yes. We look flippin' weird. Like a cult. Like, it's strange. I have a business partner now.
Yeah.
I'm in a duo band called Mutual. You spell it with a 4 because 4s are cool. And we were having this conversation the other day because I was working on a song. That's why I have my ukulele with me. With Joel and Mariah, a girl from our worship team.
Yeah.
Anyway, and it's just the most beautiful song. I love it. And I was playing it for him, and he was like, I don't understand. It's annoying. Like, I don't, you know, like the repetition and everything. Yeah. Like, I wish that we could somehow maintain a connection that makes sense and doesn't make us so isolated, doesn't make us seem unattainable, like doesn't make heaven seem unattainable or God seem unattainable, or this perfect Instagram life that seems unattainable. Like, I wish that that's what I wish. That's what my worship afterism is. Like, oh, you can really get sucked into this and lose yourself.
Yes, you can.
And a sense of reality.
Absolutely. And just for people who are watching, I don't even think you're saying that worship's bad, but you can lose if you've done it for a long time. You can end up losing a sense of who you are, but then you mask it with, oh, I died to myself for the Lord, right? And then you're like, wait,
little
God
reward there.
put some things in there that aren't meant to be sacrificed. They're just me, and He loves that part of me, and I should be able to show that part of me, and it's not a sin.
No,
right. It's not a sin to be Chris, right?
Oh my gosh,
and lead worship.
Mood. Yeah.
Hello. And I think one of the biggest things for me, and I often go over this over and over again, it is like, as I've stepped off of worship, I think what's making it so hard for me to return is I just want people just to see Chris, right? There's this mask of like, okay, Chris the worship leader, Chris the pastor, right? And to people, that's a different thing. That person has to be perfect with no mistakes. If you're going to say anything to me, be perfect, right? But then when you're done, I get the whole isolation thing. When you're done, and if you make a mistake, people walk. The friends that you had.
Friends.
In it, that were all Christian friends. You make the mistake, and now they're gone. Yeah. Right? And
he can't be trusted with the body of Christ. He cannot be... Sorry, I keep going into an accent. It's probably really insulting to any of your British viewers. But anyway, you can't be trusted with the Bible. Yeah. Because you clearly haven't read it or can't uphold it. And it's nonsense. Like, we're all just trying to make it through. We're all just trying to survive. Please let love win. Like, this is weird. Absolutely. That we don't. So, I feel you.
Yep. The church is changing.
It is
doing a different thing.
Yeah.
He's doing a new thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of it I see happening out on the streets, and God actually removing people who are leaders and then saying, no, go hang out with them. Yeah. Go hang out with these people. Go hang out with these people. Yes, you had all that experience, right? You are churched and you are not far from my presence, but go hang out with some people who don't know me.
It's so fun. Be
friends with them.
It's so fun. Come to the dark side. It is the best. Yeah. Because honestly, it takes going from worship into secular music, it takes one question to get right into the discussion about God and faith and why it's important to me, and whether or not that interests them to the point of having a larger conversation about it is whatever. I don't know. But they'll say, hey, what's your background? I love your voice. I love your songs. How did you get started? So there's this Jesus person.
Exactly.
And I started in church. So it's very quick so I feel like God really knew what he was doing when he told me, back up. Let's work on you. And we're still there. Like, that's never going to stop. I'm on it. But, and then I'm going to write a song about it the whole time. It's going to be great. But don't, like, keep a foot in both worlds. Like, I've got my cute little family team at Joel's church that is non-judging and so kind and forgiving, and like, they're going to be there to catch me. I know it. Yeah. And that will pull me back. Yeah. And then you remember who you are as a worshiper through that kind of experience. So. Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah. Oh, it's happening.
Yeah.
It's an adjustment.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
happening.
It is. I've never, like I said, I wanted to unalive. It was like such a identity mess for me. Crisis. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I want to know what you have coming up. What are the new things that's going on in your world?
So, yeah, I don't know when this airs. I have a show on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm playing at a coffee shop in the Crossroads called High Tides on August 1st.
Okay,
so that's fun. If you want to come sing with me, it's pretty low key. I think I'm just taking up like 2 hours or something, and then somebody else plays. So right now I'm working on, I'm taking a break basically. Okay. You need to rest. I know we talked about this, but church, you need to rest from ministry, but you also need to rest from, anything that kind of, if you're an ADHD hyperfocuser, like me. So I have my solo career as Joliet4, and I have a lot of songs that I need to record. I need to focus on that. I also need to write. I'm not writing right now. It's not happening. I'm just not, I have too much going on. I travel once, twice, sometimes 3 times a month to New England to play with my duo partner. Mm-hmm. We're building that little business right now. We do weddings, corporate events, and private parties, bars, restaurants. And we write songs. And we sing, and we're trying to promote our, our original music through all those avenues. So that's what I'm mostly doing right now. I don't know what's going to happen after that, but I'll fly home on a Saturday night and then get up and do church on Sunday morning. So
that's crazy.
And I'm driving to church. What is the song I have to learn? Okay. God have mercy, as you do every week. Yeah. So
that is real.
Yeah. Learning, what is it? I think I saw a reel on Instagram of a drummer learning a song on the way to church, and it's Israel Houghton.
Yeah, that is the worst. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Warn your drummer many days in advance before you put that on them. They will not listen until they're in the car. But so that's kind of what I have going on. Yeah, nice. Trying to make more music. And survive.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I love that. Well, where can everyone follow you?
You can find me at Joliet4. It's spelled Joliet and the number 4. On pretty much all socials. If you just want to Google me, it'll pop up. That's so pretentious. I love saying it, but I worked hard. Okay.
And you can find it.
Yeah. You can find me there.
There you go. Well, I have absolutely loved this conversation today.
Thank you for having me. You're amazing.
So are you.
Thank you so much.
Well, if you guys have made it this far, I first want to say thank you so much for joining us on this podcast with this wonderful woman, Joliet4. I'll make sure I tag all of her things so that you can follow her. If you have enjoyed this podcast, I would like to remind you to feel free to comment under our video. And if you're watching still, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Help us get some followers. I would love that. Mm-hmm. But until next time, I just want to say I love you guys. And don't forget to help someone one worship afterism at a time. See you guys later.
What's up, everyone? I'm Joliet4. I just got done with the podcast. It was a blast. I'm very happy that my fly wasn't unzipped the whole time. Please like, share, and subscribe. This is an awesome channel.